Belly of the Beast is the last Steven Seagal movie where he actually seems like he gave a shit.
That's not true.
Welcome back. So we're going to be watching another a reaction video, let's say a breakdown from Space Ice, and have a good laugh. I mean, who doesn't need a bit of comedy in their life? This is where Space Ice comes in. I've not watched this movie either, so let's see what this is about. You know, I've not watched this video, I think, for a long time, so I've totally forgot what Space Ice is on about here. But yeah, let's see what this is, and we'll have a bit of a chat in between.
You know it.
It's still terrible, and he's by far the worst part of it, but still.
You got something else to say?
It starts out 10 years in the past, where Seagal and Ryu are...
Wait, that is Ryu, yeah. I didn't know that, actually. That he was in a movie with Steven Seagal. How far has he fallen?
doing some high-level CIA shit.
And did he say that Ryu was just so amazed? And I'm sure Seagal used his bare foot to just kick him there. Through that wall. Window.
When everything goes terribly right, and Ryu flips the f*** out and executes this evil terrorist who's holding her small child.
Whoa. What the hell happened there? That was so much overacting from that character when she just died.
We then get to the reason any of us watch a Steven Seagal movie, his elite level of athleticism. Steven Seagal did all his own stunts in this movie, and at no point was a body double used.
That is definitely a body double. You can see that is not his body frame at the top there. So, yeah. He says he's doing his own stunts.
That's definitely him. We then get this 100% necessary shoulder roll. Him flying down
That was the worst shoulder roll. It's actually him.
from the second floor without making any noise.
Can't see his face.
And whatever the f*** this is supposed to be.
Definitely. Oh my god. I thought I'd seen the worst of Steven Seagal, but look at that. What's he planning to do with that? What's he doing there? Is he pretending to be Superman?
The movie never explains why he did any of this.
That was so bad. That was
Anyways, Seagal's daughter gets herself kidnapped in Thailand. So he has to fly down there to go rescue her.
This is the usual concept. Wasn't this the same in the other video I've watched here? Out for a kill or driven to kill, I don't know which one it was again now. But it seems like the same shots that they're using from a library they've got with planes landing and all this type of stuff that happens.
When he gets there, this cab driver tries to talk to him.
Hey, where you come from?
So he lets him know that he's Steven f***ing Seagal and he doesn't talk to peasants
Yeah, I just need you to get me where I asked you to get me quick, okay?
before killing him. We then get a classic
Why did he
Seagal
kill him?
fight scene, which is 100% believable, and the way his fights happen in real life.
Oh my god, that is really bad. That is bad. Like, I didn't think it would get worse, but you could see the scenes here now. Like,
You know, if anyone was ever stupid enough to actually fight him. For all the haters out there that say he's too old and out of shape, then how do you explain this? Checkmate, bitches! Then this guy dies the most predictable and boring way possible by running away and slipping on a tomato that causes him to slide on a table full of frozen fish face first into a cleaver. Even Seagal's wondering if this has gotten too stupid, even for him. Nah, we're good.
the hell? There's tomato soup going on in the middle of the ground, if you see there where he's standing. How's that happen? Oh my god.
He then forgets why he's even in Thailand and does what he does best
Go to strip club.
and goes to a strip club.
See, every movie, this is the staple point. This is one of his staples. He has to have a strip club in any movie of his. And he has to visit a strip club. I think they go to these locations so he can just have some fun. That's why he's making these movies.
While there, the same thing happens as what happens in every Seagal movie. A young woman at the club comes to him for help
Yeah.
Please don't leave me alone.
and immediately falls in love with him.
Maybe we could get something to eat. Something nice.
Seagal really believes people find true love at strip clubs. God bless him.
And he thinks, if you look at it, he thinks he's some God's gift. Like, they all want him. Out of the whole place, the whole club, or the strip club, shall we say, she only went to him to look for help. What about the other people? What's so special about him?
Now Seagal is
Oh,
going
God.
to see his buddy Rue that bravely took out the lady terrorist and her terrorist baby 10 years prior. Turns out they were romantic partners, and their forbidden love caused Ryu to run away and join this monastery.
You're looking very good.
Seagal's
Why is he speaking like that?
voice is dubbed terribly
It
throughout this entire scene.
And again, I think you're the lucky one.
His lips match his words, which means they didn't change his dialogue. His mumbling was just so bad, they thought in the middle of what's supposed to be an emotional scene that this
How are your wounds? And how is your heart?
was somehow better than whatever it was before. Anyways, we now have an awkward love triangle as the lady who's half Seagal's age that fell in love with him at the strip club is now just waiting for him in his hotel room.
What are you doing here?
I come to bring you food.
That's all normal in the life of Seagal though, and the family size order of food she brought is starting to win him over.
Yeah, he does need that much food. I just don't get it, like, why he makes these stories. I think he's got these fantasies that he thinks that he can do it, but he probably can't do this in real life, so that's why he makes these stories up, doesn't he? Just to make himself happy. I mean, that's one way to look at it. If you're kind of feeling down, and he's got the equipment or resources that he can use, then why not make a movie? You could see them two guys in the background. If you look really carefully, right in the background there, just where that restaurant is, they're staring right at the camera. If you look at them two at the back with the white top or something, tank top he's wearing. I don't even see properly what he's wearing, but they're definitely staring at the screen there.
Then later,
Well, not the screen, sorry, the camera.
she's just sitting
Yeah,
in
they
his
are.
car and he tells her to get the out.
Go.
There's no reason for either of these things to be in the movie, but Seagal desperately wants people to believe he's desirable.
It's Jake.
Yeah, of course.
Nobody does, and he's not. He finally remembers the reason he's down there, his daughter being held hostage.
Yeah,
And he
after all
heads
of that.
down to an abandoned train station where an arms deal is taking place between the terrorists.
How did going into a strip club at the when he got to Thailand? How was that his first move? What was he gonna find out at the strip club?
And this smoking hot woman. Seagal saves the head terrorist's life, and everyone just starts shooting everyone else. We get more Seagal doing believable Seagal things, like flying through the side of this train for some reason.
Max Payne. That's definitely not him. His hairstyle. Look at it. I'm just gonna. Yeah, it was definitely not him. That is someone else.
So he can land on a cart and
Yeah, they had the car perfectly placed there for him.
while flying down the track at a blistering 1.5 miles per hour, takes out
Just
20
shooting
men
everyone.
who can barely even make out the high-speed blur slow.
When he was reloading, it could have killed him easily. It's like Max Payne slow-mo or Matrix, if no one knows what Max Payne is. But Max Payne was a game where you basically, you were shooting people and then playing like a third-person shooter, shall we say. But you could have bullet time, like slow down like the Matrix. That's what it looks like.
Slowly rolling past them.
Someone was just waiting to get shot.
This scene also blesses us with a firearms lesson from Sensei Seagal. Here, the slide is locked open, indicating he is out of bullets.
Ah, yes. I did see that.
Being the master gunsmith that he is, Seagal knows exactly how to remedy this problem. You just fiddle with the slide and continue firing. So, anyways, Seagal is arrested because he just murdered a whole load of people.
Some men were killed today. You are responsible.
That's not true. And you know it.
What is he talking about?
Yeah, he's right. What the hell? You definitely have killed people.
He killed a bunch of people right in front of the police. Then, in a scene he completely stole from First Blood, this officer just starts hitting him with his club for no real reason.
Yeah, he was like he didn't even feel any pain there, he was just sitting there.
Before
Even Rambo in that movie with Sylvester Stallone was feeling pain when he was getting hit. He just sat there.
Seagal single-handedly takes out the entire police department. Not only is it completely pointless to have handcuffs with this long of a chain, but why the f doesn't this guy just step to the side since Seagal isn't even
Look at Seagal's pose.
looking at him? So a CIA agent shows up and tells them they need to let Seagal go.
He's coming with me.
Because even though the CIA has zero authority over Thailand police, Seagal's a writer and couldn't come up with anything better.
Key.
The lady who's been stalking Seagal then goes to her apartment and finds her roommate has been brutally murdered. Who did this and why? Who the fuck knows? The movie never tells us. It was just an excuse for her to now live with Seagal and give us the most disgusting love scene of all time.
Oh man. Oh, this is a bad movie as well then. Honestly.
Seagal and Ryu then just show up here for poorly explained reasons, but nobody questions it because 1, we're just glad that love scene is over, and 2, we get one of the most ridiculous action scenes of all time. First, these guys fly in from out of nowhere. They then stand around dancing for almost a full minute.
Yeah, that one guy is just moving his leg up and down and all, I don't know what they're doing. Did he say that? Look at them.
Before finally attacking. If only these guys worked on their fighting as much as they did choreographing that dance. This guy tries to stab Seagal, but he isn't even close to him.
Yeah?
In fact,
He's gonna
they
fall.
all swing their swords at Seagal from extremely far away. They
What's
do
he
this
doing?
repeatedly, which
The guy on the top is just swinging his sword for no reason.
gives even the elderly and obese Seagal plenty of time to react. What is this guy even doing here? Do none of them have any depth perception at all?
Wait, so he's so fast he's been able to get past 2 swords. It's just crazy. It wouldn't happen in real life, of course. You'd get at least 1 hit.
And what even is this?
Yeah.
The only way this works is if someone just blindly walks right into it. He's not even facing Seagal or swinging his swords in his direction. You could just walk up
He just wanted to do that pose like he's some boss.
behind him and smack him in the head. Seagal kills him anyways. And then stabs this guy in the stomach so hard that he flies backwards through the air. You would think the sword would just go through him instead.
No. I don't think so.
Who am I to question Seagal? Anyways, since everyone's dead now, Seagal has no leads or any idea of where his daughter is. So I guess he has no choice but to chalk this one up as a loss and go home. Unless something crazy happens, like a hot Asian lady standing in the middle of the street who just stares at Seagal seductively before leading him to a back room where she takes her top off.
What the hell was that? God.
And pours water all over her boobs that makes magic symbols appear and tell him where to go. That is literally what happened. I promise I did not make any of that up, and it is somehow the
There we go, back to him typing on a keyboard with an Acer monitor in the back. Look at it, look at it.
best writing of Seagal's career. So Seagal goes where
I just love how he's sitting on the boat.
the magic boobies tell him to go, which leads him to the terrorist leader. Turns out, he's actually a really nice guy and is being framed for the kidnapping by a Thai military general whose master plan is to have the US eliminate the freedom fighters for him. But nobody gives a shit about any of that. We just want to see more ridiculous fighting, which we get when Seagal goes full Jerry Springer on his former friend.
You know something, Fitz? You ain't nothing but a trailer park bitch.
Wait, what? That did you hear that voice?
So the general's plan works, and the US is going to bomb the rebels, which will also end up killing the hostages.
I don't get it. Why is the US involved? Who is Seagal in this movie? Was he a police officer or something? I didn't get it.
Hostages are literally the only reason the US gives a shit about this.
You think we're doing the right thing?
No, you fucking idiot. What you're doing makes absolutely no sense. But whatever, it's a Seagal movie, so stop picking apart the plot, you fucking nerd. Since Seagal is now in a race against time before the US saves the hostages by killing the hostages, he and Ryu attack the military compound his daughter is at. Seagal makes up some hand signals.
Oh, Ryu's got some hair again.
And while Ryu has no idea what the fuck Seagal's talking about, he's been through it enough to know it's better just to nod in order to keep this shit moving. So apparently, his hand signals meant, let's just run out and shoot everyone. They then do this highly tactical move of holding your gun around the corner where the enemy can see it while you're hiding behind the wall.
You could you could definitely see the gun, like, what's he doing?
Because a gun that's pointing at you while floating off the ground isn't suspicious as fuck. Luckily, Thailand has the worst military on the planet, and Seagal's stupid fucking plans keep accidentally working. Seagal then frees his daughter, and we get to see just how awful the Thailand military actually is. They fire roughly 25,000 rounds and can't hit any of the 4 people they're firing at. And they're really not that far away. I honestly don't know what's dumber, the fact that all this was a part of Seagal's plan, or the fact that it somehow f***ing worked.
Well,
Let's
he
just
took out the
ignore
military.
that and focus on the final showdown between the general and Seagal. I'm going to be honest, this fight is so stupid, it's actually kinda awesome. He starts off by shooting an arrow at Seagal, who shoots it in half with his last bullet.
Worst CGI I've seen.
But the general still has an arrow left. So Seagal does some quick thinking, and while the second arrow is in the air, Seagal grabs a sword from its sheath and splits the arrow in half, long ways.
Wait. You'd have to be really fast, or I don't know, somehow make time slow down to have an arrow slow. Like, I don't know how you would do that. I don't think it's possible. It's just made up crap from Steven Seagal.
We now get to see where the idiots earlier got it from as the general tries to stab Seagal with a spear from across the fucking room. While this is happening, Ryu is fighting the entire Thailand army. We then get a mix of clearly not Seagal doing slightly athletic things.
Oh yeah, did you say that? It was definitely not Seagal on that face, like when he spun
And
around.
actual Seagal doing things where the film was obviously sped up. Oh, for fuck's sake, Seagal. There's this weird old man who has a Steven Seagal voodoo doll. Yes, I'm serious.
What?
And it works. But then doesn't because of this, which kills the voodoo guy.
Oh god.
You know, perfectly normal stuff to just introduce at the end of a movie.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's still more believable than Seagal doing fucking gymnastics. But whatever. So he kills the general.
He had so much force. Oh god. That the general went flying back into the cabinets and
And
died.
while Seagal took 10 minutes fighting that one guy, since he only went up there with one bullet,
Yeah.
Ryu literally defeated the entire Thailand military and then falls down dead. Right
be
as
nice.
the US military shows up, making everything Seagal just
Wait, have you seen the holes in the background? Look at the holes. He would have been cut in half, Ryu, if he was bloody taken on the military with who had that type of ammunition. That is crazy, like.
did completely pointless, proving once again that all Seagal movies are nothing but a waste of everyone's fucking time.
Oh god, another great one from Space Ice. Yeah, we need to go and watch some of Van Damme's videos, but I'm getting there. I just want to see how ridiculous Steven Seagal could get. Like I said, I've never bothered watching any of his movies, and I feel like I need to watch it with my friend just to torture him, and not tell him that the movies are bad like this. And that would be fun. Honestly, that would be fun. And I don't know, like I don't know how to. I did try, I'll be honest, to record a video and watch one of his movies while reacting. God, it was so hard to get through the movie. I don't know how Space Ice is doing it. You know, it's horrific. It is horrific. But I know some people have requested me to watch some Bollywood movies, which are even more horrendous with the action scenes. I think I'm gonna do them as well, and put my own twist on it and do some reaction on them, because I know this is basically Space Ice's work, so all credit to him. But I want to do my own thing, so I might go and watch some Bollywood movies where they've got really bad, I don't know, storytelling or action scenes, just so you know people can see like what the old Bollywood cinema was like. Because if you watch it, it was horrific. It was like what Seagal does, but I don't know. Is it worse? Yeah, there are some movies and actors that are worse than Steven Seagal in Bollywood. And if you saw the fight scenes, you'd be like, "What the hell is he doing?" And I think Seagal might have been inspired by Bollywood. I'm thinking, might have been inspired by them. I'm thinking. But yes, thank you for watching so far. Please do like and subscribe. It will help the channel. and I'll see you next time. See you later. Bye bye.